As a student of Little Flower High Secondary School, Kohima, it gives me immense pleasure to say that the spirit which was brought by the missionaries of 100 years ago is fully active and alive in our school till date. The school commits to adhere to the principles and the methods of Saint John Bosco and Saint Mary Mazzarello through the Salesian Sisters and the teachers. The Salesian Sisters continues to impart not only knowledge but values, virtues, skills, and the discipline of life. The school continues to give special attention to the students to ensure high knowledge in the fields they are interested to pursue. There are an amalgamation of co-curricular activities, various clubs, and facilities available to guarantee the students to get the best chance to learn. Here at Little Flower, we live as a community where our dear sisters and our teachers, we live as a family spirit to develop an individual's personality and to bring the best out of each and every one of us, the students.
Greetings, I am Ingmeni Ngule from the batch of 2000 Little Flower School, Kohima, Nagaland. On this wonderful occasion of the centenary celebration of FMA, I, on behalf of my batchmates and the past pupils of Little Flower School, Kohima, Nagaland, would love to send warmest greetings to the Salesian Sisters. The immaculate education that was imparted by the Salesian Sisters in the lives of so many young people in Nagaland has gone a long way. And today, I stand here as a case and example, having moved away from a home country in India and now living and working in Europe. The wonderful education that has contributed to making us whole as an individual has been really an added value in our lives. So today, on this wonderful occasion, I, on behalf of the Little Flower School, Kohima, Nagaland, would love to send our warmest greetings to the Salesian Sisters and to FMA. Greetings and God bless.
Hello everybody, greetings of the day. My name is Dr. Karishma Thapa. I am a periodontist at Beyond Smiles Dental Clinic in Dimapur in Nagaland. A past pupil of Little Flower Higher Secondary School, I am class 10 of the batch 2006. It brings me immense joy to share my beautiful experience during my stay at school. Being a part of the Celestial family, I'd say I am blessed truly, and to see it grow in such a beautiful manner brings me so much of happiness. The school did provide us with an ambience where we did not only learn bookish knowledge, but we were furnished with a lot of timely activities and ventures that helped us grow physically, mental diversity in a way that brought out the creativity in us and still helps us learn anything from small to new, because learning is a lifelong process. The platform of leadership from my very early schooling till the end of my high school truly gives me the confidence today to face the world and in every manner, and also to face any challenge today. With the inculcation of moral values reminds me to be humble in every moment of my life, to appreciate little things and to always lend a helping hand. All this has made me the versatile human I am today, and I'd like to thank all the sisters in the school, my very talented teachers and my cheerful friends. My sincere gratitude to all the sisters who were never tired of correcting us, implementing each and every ideas of ours to manifest it, and for their constant support in every manner. My profound appreciation to all my teachers from nursery to the 10th standard, who helped us broaden the dimensions to bring out the best and unearth most of ourselves. I had the most amazing batchmates, juniors and seniors in school. I am truly glad that you all came to be a part of my studying journey. From sports days to all the celebrations and a little experience of the roller coaster rides, I have learned a lot from you all in many ways that you'll ever know. Thank you. To everybody, I wish you all the joy your heart can hold. Stay healthy, stay safe. Thank you.
Hello, I am Libal Jungla Romsen. I passed out in 1984. Now I'm based in Delhi. I co-own a publishing house called K12 Publishing and Printing Solutions. We develop school books and content for all boards, state boards, CBSE and ICSE. Now one of our books has been prescribed for use as a textbook by the Nagaland Board of School Education for Alternative English Class 11. I joined Little Flower School in 1974 and passed out in 1984. This phase has been one of the most formative phases of my life, and I consider fortunate that I have been a student of this school. This school focuses not just on the scholastics, but in imbibing values in us to be good and decent human beings, and also teaches us to be responsible and accountable citizens. When I was in class 10, I was the school captain, and that year the nuns were having a seminary just on the eve of Teachers' Day. So Sister Teresa, the headmistress then, called me to her office, and she said that I was in charge of the school for that day when they would be away. I just said yes without actually realizing what it entailed. It was only later, much later, that I realized that she was actually taking a risk in delegating the running of the school for an entire day to a class 10 student. Not because I was up to it, not because I was capable, but she was giving a chance to a student to see whether she would be able to live up to that moment. Of course, nothing untoward happened that day. The school ran like a clockwork because the teachers were all did their work and the students were in their place. But the fact that she even took such a risk tells so much about the people who run that institute. And it was this sense of self-confidence instilled in me that went on to play some critical moments in my life as I progressed along in my career. In 2005, when the National Curriculum Framework was announced by the Vajpayee government, then the director called me to his office and he said that I had to develop content for social studies classes 6, 7 and 8. I was wary because I knew nothing of social studies, and social studies being such a subject which is put to a lot of scrutiny. I told him that I would not be able to deliver as per the desired criteria. He just looked at me and he said, "Don't be silly, Lima. Anyone with a little bit of common sense and command over the language can do it." He was putting it very mildly, but it entailed a lot more than that. But oddly enough, I said yes, because I thought that if I worked hard enough, I would be able to deliver the product. And sure enough, the next year after it was published, it was listed. The Social Studies series of Frank Brothers was listed as one of the 3 best social studies series of that year. The only reason when I look back that I took up the challenge was not because I believed that I knew the subject or that I could do it or that I was a good editor. It was only because I thought that if someone believes in me, then it is up to me to be able to give my very best. And that all came from the fact that the school had instilled in me that one afternoon to take charge of a school. And this sense of confidence has been instilled not just in me, but in every girl that has walked along the hallowed columns of that school. And today when we look around, we find that each student who has passed out from Little Flower School has made a mark for herself in her calling. And this attributes to the fact that Little Flower School is a good institute, because the mark of a good institute is not based on the number of students that pass out in the roll of honors, but is based on the fact that each student is confident that she can make a mark for herself, no matter what her station is or no matter what her background is. And this is the thing that has made all the girls of Little Flower School stand up as commendable citizens of the state and of the country wherever we are.
Hello, my name is Lin Tosu and I've been a part of the Salesian family since 2001, which is when I first joined Little Flower Higher Secondary School as a little kid with a big bag. My 12 years as a Flowerian was truly a learning experience. It is where I gained confidence and motivation, which I couldn't get anywhere else. It is also where I recognized my individuality and uniqueness. My school life is a treasure for me, which has given me invaluable joys in life. It is where I started learning the alphabet, and using the same I can now solve all my engineering equations. It is where I met my loving yet strict teachers and sisters who dedicated their time and efforts to mold me into someone better and wiser. Thinking back brings back fond memories of school assemblies, which definitely taught me the value of time, recess spent with friends, and the chapels where I learned to worship and praise our Almighty God. I also remember always being elected to captain or vice captain alongside a friend of mine. It was in my 10th standard that I was elected the school captain. Being elected and given responsibility at such a young age helped me overcome my fear of standing in front of people, and it instilled in me discipline and leadership qualities, which has helped me till this day. My school life was a period where I found myself. I learned dedication and self-motivation, and this was all thanks to my teachers and sisters who motivated me and pushed me to achieve the best, which is a big part of what I am today. Not only academically, but the school also contributed so much in my life spiritually. During the happy days, and also during the days when I was feeling down, the sisters always made sure that I was looking at God and not losing my way. They helped me realize that God is always there for me and He will always continue to be there for me. It was indeed an unforgettable journey where I learned to grow as a person, and I also earned a lot of friends who are still with me and will continue to be there with me for my entire lifetime. They helped me when I was down and elevated me when I was up. The knowledge, experience, and memories I gained in school, I owe it all to my teachers, the sisters, and my friends. I thank them for having been a part of the best chapters of my life. And it is an honor for me to have been given the opportunity to share my experience as a past pupil. Through this, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to my alma mater, the sisters and my teachers who encouraged me and taught me how to move forward in life with diligence and faith in God. My mentors who have been with me throughout my school life have become a part of me that will never be forgotten. Whoever I am, wherever I am today, I would never be without Little Flower Higher Secondary School, and I will forever carry a piece of it with me. As a gratified member, I am delighted to see my family achieve such milestones. I pray that we will continue to grow even more with the grace of God. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm Wanung Lakevichusa. I joined Little Flower School in 1966 and passed out 10th class in 1978. I retired from service as an associate professor, Department of English, from Kohima College, Kohima, after a rewarding 35 years of service towards education. I'm a mother of 5 daughters, all LFS pass-outs, and a grandmother to a 3-year-old grandson. For the appreciation of the younger generation LFS students, I would like to recount in brief a pen picture of the school in my days. These recollections will serve as snippets of history. The first year of my school is hazy and vague, but a few incidents are embedded very vividly in my mind. That of the bamboo structure school building located in the present Mezer Higher Secondary School. Me being caught playing with a string of colorfully beaded necklace and the necklace being confiscated. Me being pulled back by the collar by one of the sisters while I was trying to climb out of the classroom window when I saw my mother and sister waiting for me outside. Apparently, the school must have shifted to the present location in Aradura Hills because the remainder of my childhood school memories revolves around this location. The present site of the school those days was very far from human habitation. It was surrounded by trees, grassy knolls, gooseberry plants, and wild bushes of berries. During the tiffin break, we would all rush out with our siblings and best friends. We would hurriedly eat our tiffin and scamper around collecting and picking wild berries. Around middle school stage, we were introduced to needlework. Some of us were also selected to be taught Scottish dancing. The practices were a year-long process. We would be called out to practice the Scottish dance 2-3 times a week, normally during our grammar classes. It was a relief for me to escape from the monotony of the grammar classes because I could never ever understand the complexities of the grammar rules. And for all the classes that I've missed in grammar, from my middle school till I passed out school, till now I tend to get my tenses mixed up. A mega highlight during our times was the Parents' Day cum School Fete Day. This was generally held towards the end of every academic session. We got to show off our Scottish dancing skills, resplendent in tartan skirts, sash, and a hat with pom-poms. Our needleworks were also put up for sale in one of the stalls, but the highlight of this event was the declaration of the winner of a game called Naming the Doll. Weeks before the great day, a doll would be displayed classroom to classroom. And the girls willing to try their luck to win the doll would give a name for the doll written in a piece of paper. The entire process costed maybe 50 paise or 25 paise a name. Every year, I dreamt up the most exotic name I could think of for the doll, but sadly, I never got to win any. A spotlight during our high school days was the drama competition among the 4 houses. Our house, Red House, must have enacted a good number of the average version of Shakespearean plays, down to an almost replica of the period costumes. I especially remember an incident when our school contingent participated in the Independence Day March Past Parade. That particular year, it happened to rain very heavily and the entire local ground turned into a puddle of mud and slime. We tried to march as best as we could, as smart as we could in the pouring rain. Unfortunately, halfway through the march past, one of my batchmates' shoe got stuck in the mud. She could not pull out her shoe because it was too firmly embedded in the mud, so she had to continue marching the remaining length of the ground, shoeless on one foot. Also, in our times, the school was co-ed up to class 6, but gradually in a phased manner, boys were delinked from the school. So by the time we reached high school, all the boys were gone out of the school. Also in my time, I never remember ever being taught by any male teachers. Oh, those were really idyllic days. Even after I passed out from the school, I kept in close touch with the school by being an active alumni member. I was also nominated as president of the Past People Association, a post I held for maybe 5 years or more. And very happily for me, it was during my tenure that the school celebrated the Silver Jubilee. Our Past People Association gifted the school with a massive wall clock and iron fabricated flower stands, which used to be kept at both sides of the entrance of the school building. I hope they still do. In reminiscence, I realize my school life has profoundly shaped me and laid the foundation of making me become the woman that I have become. Such virtues like a sense of responsibility, honesty, integrity, and self-discipline has impacted my thought process lifelong. Many of the social skills drummed into me during my school days has contributed in building up in me a sense of self-confidence. Looking at the lives of my classmates, each one is serving society in one capacity or the other, each one of them a woman of substance. It's an honor to have studied in LFS. I'm grateful. Finally, a hearty congratulations to FMA India on attaining a century of its existence. May God continue to bless FMA with higher success in its noble mission of education. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm Narula Safi, an alumni of Little Flower School, Kohima, Nagaland. I passed out in the year 1987 and joined the police service in 1994. And I'm currently serving as Senior SP Security under Inspector General of Police Intelligence, Nagaland. Memories of my school days in Little Flower School are still very much vivid. It's always a treat, refreshing, going back on those golden years that I've spent with my friends and my teachers. All those times and experiences that I've gained, whether good or bad, sad or funny, have molded me today not only as a student, but also as a responsible member of the society. It gives me immense pleasure, and it is indeed a privilege and an honor to be a part of the 200-year celebration as an alumni of the Salesians family. My heartfelt gratitude to all the faculty members and friends. I salute you all. Jai Hind.
Hello everyone, I'm Naro Imchen and I passed out from LFS in the year 2001. I'm currently a teacher here in LFS. I joined in the year 2008 and I dealt with higher secondary section. Talking about my alma mater, it is very close to my heart. My mom, who is also a teacher here, is an alumni of the school, and my 4 younger siblings passed out from here. I can never describe or express my gratitude, love and appreciation for our school's commitment for helping us in our mental growth and personality development. The sisters and teachers always put in their best efforts and help us generously with their time and knowledge. I am grateful to you for all the sweet and captivating memories that I had, which have played a crucial role in shaping me to who I am today. Apart from the academics field, the school focuses in all-round development of every child. I fondly remember the march past during Independence Day, where we secured first place, the annual sports, the various competition, SUPW classes, and who can forget the moral science classes, from where I learned the values and discipline, which I have been following and practicing till today, and also teaching my students to do the same. I can proudly say whatever I am today is because of the morals and examples I have learned from the sisters who has touched my life. Sister Jacinta's enthusiasm and motivation, Sister Clara's love and sacrifices for the poor and needy, Sister Lydia's perfect time management and cleanliness, Sister Tacy's dedication, hard work and endless support, especially during my HSLC exams. Without the love and support of the sisters, I will never be able to achieve whatever I have now. The sisters with whom I have worked after I joined LFS as a teacher has always been very supportive and guiding me till today. They are Superior Ivy, Superior Lydia, Superior Pascolina, Sister Anna Molly, and Sister Lucy Gangmai. I was a recipient of the District Teachers Award in the year 2016 and the State Teachers Award in the year 2018, which would not have been possible without the encouragement and motivation of my mentors. Thank you, LFS. Thank you, sisters and teachers, for all what you have done for me over the years.
Hello, my name is Sharon Longchari, and I am a proud alumni of Little Flower School, Kohima, here in Nagaland, batch of 1994. I'd like to begin by mentioning some very special names. Sister Anne, Sister Annie, Sister Clara, Sister Lugina, Sister Paul, Sister Dorothy, to name a few. So who are these people? They are, of course, the amazing Salesian sisters of Little Flower School, Kohima, from back in the day when I used to be a student there. Their names, their faces, their memories will always have a very special place in my heart. I've always said this, I've been very fortunate to have had some amazing educators in my life who have helped shape who I am today. But the Salesian sisters of Little Flower School, Kohima will always be very, very special to me. And this is because to me, they were not only my teachers, but they were also perhaps the greatest influence in my young life as a student. They were also, as a child, to me, they were also the personification of goodness, of charity, trust, and Christian values, of course. The Salesian sisters not only mean a lot to me on a personal level, but they also have a very special place in my family's history as well. My maternal grandparents, Mr. and Mrs. L. Sananao, had a very special and close relationship with the first Salesian sisters of Kohima. And in fact, all 7 of their children were educated under the care of the sisters. My mother's batch, my mother's name is Ananla, would have been only the second batch of students passing out from class 10 back then. And when it was our turn, my 2 younger sisters and I, along with our cousins, were also enrolled in Little Flower School in Kohima. And today I'm a mother of 2 beautiful girls, and they continue the proud legacy of being students of Little Flower School under the care of the Salesian sisters. So that's 3 generations of our family members who has this association and this tie with the Salesian sisters here. So why do we continue this legacy, and why the Salesian sisters? You know, when we grow up and we go out into the real world, there's a lot of things we come to realize. And one of those realizations is about the whole concept and idea of education itself. And you come to realize that when you say that someone is educated, it means, or it should mean, a lot more than just the ability to read and write or the marks on a report card. A quality education is a complete, wholesome training that equips us with the skills to go out into the real world in the best versions of ourselves. And when we say that someone is well educated, it's the little things that we recognize, whether it's in the way that they hold or carry themselves, the way they treat the people around them, the way they care for their surroundings, in the discipline they're able to show in their day-to-day lives, in even the tiniest of details like their handwriting or how they take care of their books, and the way that they write their letters, their correspondence. And it's those little things that you recognize and can it's these little things that tells a lot about a person's upbringing or one's education. And that is why we come to realize how precious that education with the Salesian sisters was, because not only were they teaching you your alphabets and your how to read or write, or your maths, or the sciences, they were giving you basic life skills that would help you to step into the world with your best foot forward. And that is why, as an adult, when I look back, I have a greater understanding and appreciation of the education that the Salesian sisters give us. Like I mentioned, I am now not only a mother and a wife, I'm also a working woman. I work as a civil servant for the government. Until date, I still find myself being guided and being influenced by so many of the principles and the qualities that were instilled in me during my school days with the Salesian sisters. And why do people, past pupils, have such fond memories of the Salesian sisters? It's perhaps because we all sensed one thing, and it's that the Salesian sisters care. They genuinely care, and you can sense that in the way that they teach us, or in the way that they even discipline or reprimand us, and in the way that they would do things with us, laugh with us, even sometimes cry with us, and have that even one-on-one personal talk with us, getting to know about our lives. And I've come to realize that for the sisters, being educators is not just a job, it is their life. It is their life mission. 2022 is going to be a century since the arrival of the Salesian sisters to India, and that is quite amazing. And it makes me think, mine is just one story. How many more young lives and students would have been impacted by the Salesian sisters of India? The Salesian sisters take this commitment and this pledge to do good for the young people everywhere. And this commitment of theirs has taken them to perhaps what was once considered some of the scariest, most underdeveloped, far-flung, remote corners of the world. And I'm a modern woman. I would consider myself as a modern woman of today's generation. But when I think about the Salesian sisters, it really, really astounds me. Their tenacity and the courage with which they have gone where they have gone, and their ministry at large is really something to appreciate. So as we approach the centenary jubilee of the Salesian sisters, I just want to say congratulations and thank you. The world may never know the names or the faces, the stories of these amazing nuns, but how amazing they are to do what they do, to go where they go. And I, for one, am so grateful to have been taught under the Salesian Sisters. And I just want to say thank you to all of them, to those who came before, to those who taught me and my peers, to those who are teaching our children now. Thank you so much. You sisters are really amazing missionaries for our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. So may He continue to bless you and bless what you do, and may God make this ministry of yours grow from strength to strength, even in the years to come. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Nara Rongsan. I am a physician by training and I have a master's in epidemiology from the London School of Hygiene and Tropical Medicine. And then I went on to get a PhD in vaccinology from the University of Bergen in Norway. I work in a research organization that's based in Delhi, and I lead the infectious diseases group in our organization, and my expertise is in the conduct of vaccine trials. I'm so delighted to be connecting as a past pupil on this momentous occasion of its centenary celebrations, and thank you for asking me to be a part of the celebration. My entire schooling was in Middle Class School Kohima, and I passed out in the year 1985. I think my earliest memories of school is the nap time, where we were asked to put our heads down and take a nap, and the lunchtime. I also remember wearing my school uniform with great pride and constantly checking myself in the mirror to see if my two pigtails were in the same level. Those formative years have made me what I am today, and I thank you LFS for that. We were not only taught how to read and write, but we were imparted life skills, we were trained, we were disciplined by our Mother Superior, by our sisters, and all the teachers that taught us. Equal importance was given to extracurricular activities. I distinctly remember the march past, struggling to hold the yellow house flag straight during the formal march past, and the SUPW class where I learned how to knit and to do cross stitch. And who can forget the moral science class where we were taught ethics and morals, and that is where we learned how to be responsible and accountable for our own actions. We also had wonderful fun times. When we were younger, I remember climbing up Aradura Hill for our class picnic, and then it progressed to standing behind trucks when we went for day-long picnics, and it was really a fun time that we had. I have made wonderful friendships during my school years, and many of them remain in constant touch and become a big part of my life even today. And the memories that we made during those days will stay with us forever. While I do not remember the names of each and every one of my teachers, I remember how they made me feel, how they instilled confidence in me, gave me the hope, and they also made me believe in myself. They made me a strong, young, confident woman ready to face the challenges of the big bad world out there. Now I have gone on to pursue my further careers in different colleges, in medical colleges and universities. But the times that we spend in school can never be replaced. Today, as I mentor young people, I find myself emphasizing more on their soft skills, encouraging them to be a good person, to be kind, to be disciplined, to respect their elders, and I suppose that's a reflection of what I learned in LFS when I was in school. And that brings to my mind the important lessons that I learned when I was in school. Those were cleanliness is next to godliness, It is more important to be a good human being than to be famous or rich or intelligent, and to obey and respect one's elders. Having passed out from an all girls school, I feel very, very strongly about women's education and empowerment, and today I feel proud that I am one of the women in a position of leadership in our organization, and we focus primarily on improving maternal and child health in India as well as globally. So I thank you, LFS, for all that you taught me and for grooming me, and you've made me what I am today. And please continue to do that for all the young girls who are currently studying there, and all the young girls that you will be bringing forth into this world, and that is how you would be changing the world, one young, confident, empowered girl at a time. For all those LFS students out there, both past and current, I leave you with a quote by Maya Angelou. My wish for you is that you continue to be who and how you are, to astonish a mean world with your acts of kindness, continue to allow humor to lighten the burden of your tender heart. Happy celebrations.
Hello everyone, I'm Tuhina. It's an honor and privilege to be a part of the centenary celebrations. Being a Salesian is a matter of pride. I studied in Salesian convents at Kohima and Dibrugarh. Hostel life at Little Flower School Dibrugarh taught me discipline. My final years at Kohima gave a boost to my life and made me confident and young lady to face the world. The Laura Vicuna Club of our school taught me the values of life. I worked as a teacher and retired last year. I passed on the values I learnt at school. I have happy memories of Sister Ivy, Sister Beatrice, Sister Teresa and Sister Rose. Teachers like Miss Monica and Miss Khan can never be forgotten. Those sweet old days when we used to sneak in mills and boons in our bag and get scolded for that can never be forgotten. I'm thankful to the Salesian community for making my life meaningful.
Hello everyone, my name is Achung. My batchmates and my teachers know me as Yaren Chungla. I passed out from LFS in the year 1983. Right now I'm posted as the Principal District and Sessions Judge of Dimapur. About Little Flower School, I can say that a lot of the values which I have right now have been instilled in me in school. The most important value I think I learned in LFS was the value of work, dignity of labor. I remember as kids, we were made to sweep our own classrooms, mop our own classrooms, wipe the windows, all these things. And when we were children, we never realized that they were teaching us, the value of working for ourselves and, to clean our surroundings, everything, and which were very valuable lessons learned as children. And now when we clean our rooms and when we clean our surroundings, these are things which we have learned in school. And I also remember carrying stones. We were made to stand in a single line from the bottom where the swings and all the merry-go-rounds are there, from there till the new building, because at that time the new building construction was going on. So all of us used to stand in a single file and transport small stones, from one person to the other. And that time I never realized that, they were teaching us values in life. But now when I think of all those things, I remember how our sisters and the teachers used to encourage us to work, to do things for ourselves, which made us very independent. And I'm so grateful for all those life lessons. As punishment, so we were made to wipe the windows, and I can say that I have wiped many windows also. But all those things which seem very small and insignificant those days, when I think back of all the work which we did and all the errands that we did, in school, those were the things which slowly build up our characters, I think, and our personalities. And we also made very confident because we were taught to express ourselves. We had all these elocutions, debates, and everything where we were made to, express ourselves, and we were never shy. We were always confident, and I think most of the LFS girls, we can safely say that we're all very confident people, and this is all because of the upbringing we had in Little Flower School. I can safely say that Little Flower School made me a more confident and independent person. Lastly, I would like to congratulate the Salesian sisters on their completion of 100 years in India. Thank you.